Hey folks, my name is Travis Bowman and I'm a fingerstyle guitar player, and I thought it would be a great thing to do an instructional video of sorts for my arrangement of Dreams by Fleetwood Mac. So let's go ahead and get started on that. We're going to go ahead and follow along with the actual performance video that's already on YouTube, and there'll be a link in the description below for you to check out that whole video in its entirety. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that we need to talk about is the tuning for this piece. The bass line of this song is so easily recognizable, and a lot of Fleetwood Mac's tunes are like that as far as the bass line is concerned. That being said, we're just going from an F to a G with a little bit of rhythm there. So that happens pretty much throughout the entire piece. And that's really why I wanted to do this this arrangement in the first place. So we got this figured out. Our bass line is figured out. Maybe add some slaps in there just for a little percussive element to keep the rhythm going. But the melody of the song, as of right now, we can do all of that within the chords. F and then a G. So we can do it like this. Now we get to a really difficult part. So Stevie Nicks, so she goes like this. Now based on where we're at, that's kind of difficult to do. It's a big stretch. At this point during the arrangement, I realized that this cannot possibly be done without changing the tuning a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. And the first thing that we need to do is make it to where we don't have to be stuck in this position down here throughout the whole piece. That's going to free our hand up. So what's the most logical thing to do about that? We have an E here. Tune it up to an F. Every time you play an F, your left hand is free to do whatever else you need to do on the neck. Secondly, we're going to have to deal with this melody. But not only are we going to deal with it in an interesting way, but we're going to try to recreate that cadence and dynamic of Stevie Nicks' voice, but not in the exact same way. We're going to add our own flavor to that. So I'm thinking about harmonics. And what I came up with was we're going to tune our B up to a C. This is how we're going to find that melody. So we've got A, G. Our next note is C. So that's from a C to a B. Well, guess what we've got now? We've got a harmonic C note. You see what I did there? So I'm picking the harmonic on the 12th fret of the B string, which is now the C string, since we tuned it up. And we're going to use our left hand to grab our high string and place whichever finger is comfortable for you over this node down here and pull off. Just like that. It's definitely going to take some practice. And come back to the G just like that. If you can pull it off every time, it sounds fantastic. So once again, okay? So that's the first little Stevie Nicks part. So let's jump into some stuff after that. Okay, now that we've got that harmonic part down, it's time for some more harmonics. So after we do this part, we're going back to our G. Grab it with a thumb. And this is just some space filler kind of stuff right here. So we hit the G note, and then tap on the 2nd fret G string, which is an A, and then pick another A on our 5th string harmonic, and then pull off to an open G note. So we're going back to the verse, and then we're going to do some chords. So this is an E chord, basically, that's kind of moved up 1 fret. If you strum all of that, of course, you get a really beautiful F major 7 chord. And at this point, we're going to do some more crazy stuff. So here's what it would be. And we could do it like that. It sounds too much like somebody playing the guitar, and we want that airy feel that the entire actual song has. This is what we're going to do. You see what I did there? So here's our chord right here. Hammer on, 2nd fret. Slide up from the G to the A. And we want to do a pull off back to G. But we want that airiness. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the 12th fret G harmonic. And hit that F note again. Sounds fantastic together. Try to slow that down even. So on the slide up, I'm kind of doing a flicking motion with my index finger, and then pick that note, because you don't want to just slide that up like that and then let it go. You want everything to ring out together. How pretty that sounds? And then you can modulate going back and forth between your F and G. And in the chorus, it's pretty much just strumming the chords that we've already gone over. While playing the melody inside the chords. Okay, so that part. I do something a little bit harmonic-y. I'm very harmonic-y in this song. Because harmonics are great when they're paired with actual notes. And they both ring out together, and it's really nice and beautiful and airy, and that's what we're going for. And then we're going to pick the harmonic up here, and then on the D string, 12th fret. That's probably my favorite part out of the whole song to play. So you've got 2 harmonics ringing at the same time. And then, once again, the chorus. Most of the melody is going to be inside the chords, the only 2 chords that we're playing, really. Oh god, a different chord. So it's going to be this A minor type shape. And it has that open C, which is really nice. So we're going to go down from A minor to G to F. We're just going to strum the chord and give it a little bit of rhythm on the open A string. So here's an interesting use of harmonics. Here's our melody. So it's going from this A, and we're messing with the G, and ending on a D. So we've got a C here, C sharp D on a 2nd fret, but we've also got an open D. It's all airy ringing out, and we're able to keep the rhythm. Everything is super airy at this point. So that last part is just the same thing as the harmonic on the 12th fret D, but we're going to do it on the A for the last note. So going to open C, harmonic 12th fret A. Slowly. Really want to challenge yourself and make it super airy and floaty on the first A minor chord. You want to pick this harmonic on the B string, which is now the C string, 7th fret, and that'll sound like this. You hear how that rings out? The difficult part is not getting your fingers to touch the B string after you pluck it and let that ring out for as long as possible. Right? This next little piece of information I actually got from Michael Hedges. There's a video on YouTube of him actually teaching some kind of seminar, and he used the terminology question and answer, and I thought that was really interesting as far as composition. Instead of playing the same thing twice, just do something a little bit different. I'll give you an example. Notice the difference between those two? I did the exact same thing, but on the second time those are just Tommy Emmanuel, Lenny Bro style waterfall type harmonics. Got this big open harmonic type chord ringing out. Insert your melody. So that's pretty much the gist of this tune. It's a lot of fun to play, and it's a lot of fun to practice too, because some of it is a little bit challenging. There it goes. So it takes a lot of practice. So I should mention that I'm a guitar teacher here locally in my hometown of Little Rock, Arkansas, but I also teach via Skype. So let's say you and I are going to do a Skype lesson. We're going to focus on this Fleetwood Mac song. I would just send some simple cell phone videos of everything that we covered, like this technique. So that way you have a visual aid to help you later on in the week if you want to sit down and practice. Videos that can help you remember, and it'll be close-up shots of the right hand, left hand, and stuff like that. And depending on the situation, maybe some handwritten tab as well. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate you checking it out. Really appreciate all the nice comments on my music and arrangements and stuff like that. It's a hell of a lot of fun to do. There's going to be a link in the description so you can contact me, and we can get started on those Skype lessons. So once again, thank you guys for checking it out, and we'll see you next time. Bye.